Hello everyone, Coach JC Libiran here, and it's day 11. Wow! I want to congratulate you for being here, joining me, whether you have joined the first time that we started this last week, or if you're just coming in now. Again, this is Coach JC Libiran, and I'm inviting you to be part of this conversation para sa ating wholehearted journey. And for this day 11, choose to love. Our question is this: how are you loving yourself and others? So join us in the conversation. Thank you for tagging your friends and sharing this Facebook Live. And I want also to let you know that we'll continue to do this for the next days to come because it's a 21-day wholehearted journey for all of us. But hopefully po, every day as we do this, no, this is actually inspiring you, encouraging you, and this is actually equipping you and empowering you, no, to be the best version of yourself from being half-hearted in life, in everything that matters most to you, to becoming wholehearted. So I'm doing this just to let you know because it's actually part of my countdown to my 40th birthday this September, and less than 20 days to go. But tamang-tama lang that we're doing this together because I believe, my dear friends, hindi natin kailangang hintayin yung mga special days, milestones. So, for me, it's actually turning 40 para masabi natin na magsisimula na ako. Ito na yun. But actually, today, no? Kaya nga, my upcoming book this September is Life Begins Today. Ayan, nagsisimula ngayon as you make this decision. So muli, maraming salamat. This is Coach JC Libiran. We are on day 11, Choose to Love. Join us in the conversation with this question: how are you loving yourself and others? Thank you for tagging your friends and sharing this Facebook Live. I know it's a Friday for all of us, but still, I invite you for this conversation at least for the next 10 to minutes to 15 minutes at the most. All right, welcome po sa ating Wholehearted Journey. Have you been hiding all your life, feeling you're a complete mess? I can relate much because once my life was meaningless and I did a lot of things that I am not proud of. I'm no longer afraid to hide in the shadows of my yesterday. With God's grace, I was able to break free and find my path to healing and purpose. Jump into the best version of yourself because you deserve all the best in life. It is my joy to see the best and bring out the best in people. And this is not just about success, but this is about significance, adding value in the lives of people through books, events, support, and talks. Mabuhay! I'm Coach JC Libiran and I help people to come alive again. Like me, your mess can become your message. Friend, allow me to coach you to grow and come alive once again. And yes, Coach Jason being here, I invite you to be part of this conversation that would add value kung kayo ay into personal development, you are into content creation or creative entrepreneurship. And what I do in this wholehearted journey is I'm reading this book, Wholehearted, 21 Ways to Live a Courageous Life. I wrote this in 2019. It's a collection of my writings and my stories, my reflections, no, from 2013 to 2019. So 6 years of my life, no, my attempts, no, my journey to wholeheartedness, and up until now, that still continues hanggang ngayon. Kaya nga, I'm inviting you to be part of this as well. So tamang-tama, just want to help you recap of day 10. Ito po yung previous nating conversation. It's on ayan, chapter 10, being kind, be kind always. The reflection that I have given is: who has shown extreme kindness to you, and how did you receive their kindness? Has it changed you? The challenge that I invited everyone to commit themselves into is: how can you spread kindness beyond your circle, especially to complete strangers? Try doing acts of random kindness to people who cannot return the favor to you. So now, as we begin day 11, this is chapter 11. Um, Everybody, take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Look at everything as though you were seeing it either for the first time or for the last time. Betty Smith. Chapter 11. choose to love. Have you ever experienced love at last sight? Or you are more familiar with love at first sight? When you experience love at first sight, it gives you that feeling of romantic excitement. It can be infatuation, where the feeling doesn't last long. But when you love at last sight, you do everything with purpose. You are all out in loving the other person as if it was your last chance to express your love. I call this intentional loving. If we really want to create life giving relationships, then we need to make a decision to love at last sight in all our relationships. We don't want to be the right person, but we want to continue to work on having the right relationships. Let me repeat that. We don't just want to be the right person, but we want to continue to work on having the right relationships. Not just for our sake, but also for the people who matters most to us. Whenever I attend wakes, it shakes me to the core because I am reminded that life is short and time is fleeting. I feel bad whenever I see the regrets of family members who wish to turn back time and extend their precious moments with their loved ones. Let me ask you this powerful question. How would you live your life and how would you love differently if you only had 24 hours to live? Here's the good news. As you read this or as you listen to this, you are still alive and breathing. Feel your heartbeat. You are given another chance to live and love today. I've made a decision to love at last sight in every relationship. I've made a decision to love at last sight in every relation. Ulitin ko yun. I've made a decision to love at last sight in every relationship I have. I've made it a daily discipline to be consistent and committed in making my relationships better. It is my deepest desire to create life-giving relationships. Will this be your desire as well? To love intentionally, let me share with you this acrostic. COUPLE. COUPLE. I got this idea from the book Love and Respect by Dr. Emerson Eggerichs. With each point, I want to share with you my journey, reflections, and lessons that I have learned as I continue to enrich my love for my loving wife, Emmeline, each passing day. Letter C. Closeness. Before Emmeline and I got married, we were friends for more than 15 years. Because of this, we grew closer to each other each year, and this has helped us prepare for married life. Some say that too much familiarity can cause concerns, but we have chosen to find ways to become closer in a fresh and new way. There's always something new to learn about your loved one each day if you take the time to get to know him or her. What level of closeness do you have with your partner, family, or friends? What can you do to get closer to each other? Letter O. Openness. I believe this value of openness has greatly contributed to the growth of my marriage, most especially in building trust, depth, and meaning. This is evident in the kind of conversations I have with Emmeline. We can talk about anything. It ranges from small talk to fact disclosure, from sharing information to sharing points of views, and from sharing our opinions to expressing one's true feelings that lead to genuine communication. How about you? What level of openness do you have in your different relationships? Rate it from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. Why do you think it is so? What can you do to foster more openness? What can you do to foster more openness in your relationships? Letter U. Understanding. A marriage is not a problem to be solved, but a relationship to be cultivated. This is where we seek first to understand our partner instead of wanting to be understood first. When we do this, we are giving the other person an opportunity to be heard. Once the other feels safe to express his or her feelings, she will also be open to listen to your side. In the process, this healthy communication gives birth to a consensus more than a compromise. Try to remember a recent experience when you needed to understand your partner, family member, or a friend. How did you handle the experience? What have you discovered in the process? How can you be more understanding? Letter P. Peacemaking. Peace begins with a smile. Mother Teresa once said, everyone wants to have a harmonious relationships in their lives. But somewhere along the way, there will be disagreements, arguments, tensions, broken promises, and conflicts. This is a natural occurrence in any relationship and will reveal the maturity and growth in all the parties involved. I am not saying that we should attract these challenges to our relationship. Instead, let's find ways to avoid it or make a resolution that no matter what happens, we will choose peace instead of hatred. We will allow love to overcome our disagreements. How will you bring peace to your family and friends today? Letter L. Loyalty. We live in a society that has become desensitized to infidelity. When we live in a wor- we live in a society we live in a society that has become desensitized to infidelity. We see it as common storyline on TV, in the movies, and even online that we've come to accept it as normal. The truth is that it is destroying the sanctity of marriage as sacred. The truth is that it is destroying the sanctity of marriage as a sacred covenant between husband and wife. It is a famous Japanese dog named Hachiko. Let me repeat that. Letter L. Loyalty. We live in a society that has become desensitized to infidelity. We see it as a common storyline on TV, in the movies, and even online that we've come to accept it as normal. The truth is that it is destroying the sanctity of marriage as a sacred covenant between husband and wife. If a famous Japanese dog named Hachiko is capable of showing loyalty to his master even beyond death, then this challenges us to become faithful in our relationships as well. Are you faithful to your partner? How do you show your loyalty to your family and friends? Letter E. Encouragement. In marriage, a husband seeks respect from his wife while the wife seeks love from her husband. This is an ongoing project for Emmeline and I as we continue to cultivate our love for each other. One of the things that I am thankful for my wife is that she believes in me. She trusts me and encourages me to embrace my goodness and greatness as man. This single act of encouragement has greatly uplifted the level of our relationship. In return, I give my very best to love my dear Emmeline. How can you encourage your loved one today? When I look back on how Emmeline and I grew in our love journey, I can say that it was not automatic. Both of us made an effort to get to know each other. We trusted and believed that our love was worth the wait. We both agreed that with our own efforts, support from people around us, and with God's blessing, our love will continue to prosper. I believe that it will last a lifetime because we will always make a decision to love one another no matter what. Every relationship entails a lot of effort to work. It's not going to be easy, but I hope that what I've shared with you can help strengthen your own relationship. Most importantly, strive to keep God at the center of your relationship. Most importantly, strive to keep God at the center of your relationship, and He will keep your relationship strong. From, from Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12. A three-ply cord is not easily broken. Let God be your three-ply cord. Day 11 of the 21-day challenge. Let's reflect. Who are the most important relationships in your life? Be grateful to God for giving them in your life. Let me challenge you. Let's commit. How will you show your love and affection to your loved one or to your loved ones using the couple guide? C.O.U.P.L.E. So again, that stands for closeness, openness, understanding, peacemaking, and loyalty. So that's the couple guide. Think about a concrete action that you can do to add value to your relationship today. That's chapter 11. Choose to love. Everybody take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. So again, thank you for joining me as I read The Wholehearted 21 Ways to Live a Courageous Life. Some of you might be asking where can we get the book? It's not available in any bookstore exclusively. It's only through me. So if you want to get a copy, you can message me and we can actually meet up at the feast every Sunday, either in Aliu Theater or if we have big events. No, I can have it signed. We can have a photo together, a chat over it. So it's available through me. But of course, apart from this, I'm equally excited for my upcoming book this coming September. Life Begins Today: Reflections and Inspirations to Guide Your Way. So we're excited, preparing for it, definitely. And once it's available, we'll make it accessible for people to pre-order. And again, these are my reflections, my stories, my experiences, my journey as well for 10 years, because I've been writing these reflections and stories for our devotional Didake. Yeah, I think that's about it. Maraming maraming salamat for joining me once again, and possibly during my reading, you've been hearing, yung dog ng aming neighbor. Sakto siya eh. Alam mo bakit? Kasi I was reading earlier about that dog Hachiko. Di ba? Ang ganda ng timing. The loyal dog Hachiko of Japan. And biglang may tumatahol-tahol talaga. So, sometimes, no, parang things might not be parang all perfect, but sometimes kung ano pa yung medyo imperfect, it actually drives the point. And the point is our relationships, no, our lives may not be all perfect, but choose to love. Maraming maraming salamat. This has been Coach JC Libiran in this wholehearted journey, this conversation. Again, continue the conversation. Tag your friends, share this Facebook Live with this question: how are you loving yourself and others? Till our next conversation, at least no, we do this almost every night. Maraming salamat po. God bless everyone.